Now that the car is in neutral, go ahead and remove this panel right here. Perfect. With this panel removed, next step is to remove this plastic trim right here. Alright, after removing this piece right here, we'll go ahead and remove this panel on the driver's side. After removing this panel over here, let's go ahead and remove this panel that has the start-stop button. There is a connector behind it. Go ahead and disconnect it. Alright, next you're going to remove two 10mm bolts. They are going to be located one right here and another one right here. Let me show you where they are. This one is going to be right there for this side, and then for the other side, let me head over there. It is going to be right there. So these two bolts are the ones that you're going to need to remove right now for the radio to come out. Now with the 2 volts removed, go ahead, we're ready to pull out the radio. Go ahead and apply, put a towel down or something to protect the bottom here. Go ahead and pull out the radio. Out, there'll be a connector here to disconnect. Go ahead and disconnect the clock, and then you are ready to rest the radio down, and we'll proceed with disconnecting some of the connectors back here. Alright, so now with the radio removed, let's go ahead and work on the screen. You're gonna remove this panel right here. You can go ahead and pry it open with a panel removal tool. There we go. Next, you're going to remove the back cover piece for the LCD monitor. As you're removing it with a panel removal, this piece can come up straight up like that. Next, after removing the back panel, which exposes the cables behind the monitor, go ahead and undo these two 10mm bolts. After removing those two, there's going to be one more right here. Go ahead and remove this 10mm bolt as well. With the screen now laying there on a towel, let's go ahead and focus on the Lexus joystick controller. There is a harness that we'll need to connect here, so go ahead and remove this panel first. Once removed, you'll need to have access to the harness right here. Now with the joystick panel removed, we're gonna go ahead and install this cable right here. It has this little label at the end of it. So go ahead and connect this cable to the original joystick connector. And the rest of it, we're gonna want to route through underneath, so it comes out to this area right here. This is where we will have the CarPlay module positioned once we are finished. So it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and route the cable down through here, and then we can have the cable go through this little opening right here behind this panel and then up, so it can come out through here. Once the three bolts are removed, go ahead and lift up the screen. Set a towel down just to protect the screen. Then pull the screen up and just have it rest on the towel. Next, we'll work on the monitor. Go ahead and disconnect the original blue LVDS connector, and then connect our LVDS cable to that. And then connect our LVDS cable to the monitor. And go ahead and route the other end of the LVDS that will connect to the CarPlay module. Go ahead and route it down. So it can come out through this area right here. Next, go ahead and disconnect the factory screen monitor cable. And then connect our monitor cable to that. This one right here. And then connect the original screen monitor cable to our harness. This one right here. And then for the green and gray connectors right here, for this Lexus RX in particular, we are going to disconnect the gray and leave green connected, like that. And then go ahead and route the other end of the cable down into the same area where the LVDS cable went. Down into this area right here. Oops. Once completed, go ahead and position the screen back temporarily. So next, we'll deal with the Wi-Fi antenna. The Wi-Fi antenna, you can go ahead and pretty much mount it anywhere you would like. It's just important that it's not obstructed by any heavy metal or plastic. In our case, we're just gonna go ahead and mount it right underneath this white foam piece. so, and then the cable, go ahead and route around so it's not being obstructed, or it doesn't obstruct any of the air vent panels. And we'll have it join alongside the rest of the CarPlay module connections. Okay, now that you have the screen position back in, let's go ahead and focus on this cable right here, the one for the joystick controller. It has a label F, rocker controller. So go ahead and disconnect F from E. Remember, this is specific to the Lexus RX 350 model. So now that you have this disconnected, go ahead and grab your harness and locate the CAN cables here. You have C and A. Go ahead and disconnect these two. And now that it's disconnected, go ahead and grab this one right here, C. C will connect to F. And then you can go ahead and grab the little one, that one, and then connect that to A. So A to E, like that. And over here you had C going to F. Next, go ahead and disconnect the radio harness right there. Lift up the grid tab and disconnect it. And go ahead and grab our harness and connect that to the original connector. And lock it down. And go ahead and grab the other end of our harness and connect that to the factory radio. Next, go ahead and disconnect the factory audio harness and then connect our audio harness to that. And then connect the other end of our harness to the original port. Like that. Now with the AV/video cable spliced in with the ground wire, ground to ground, go ahead and from the AV/video cable, find the USB cable and route this USB cable into an area where it's still accessible to the customer. You can do it into the glove box. In our case, we're just gonna go ahead and route it down here so it can come out from the passenger side footwell area, right there. The 3.5mm aux will not be used during this installation, so go ahead and wrap that up and you can go ahead and tuck it away somewhere behind the radio. For the dip switch settings, we're gonna have 1, 2, and 3 in the on position. All the other ones are gonna be in the off position. Off position is up, on position is down. Next, let's go ahead and make our connections to the CarPlay module. Go ahead and connect this cable to this port right here. Next, we'll connect the USB/video cable. Go ahead and turn the module around, and then we'll connect to the other end, the LVDS. Go ahead and connect the Wi-Fi antenna, the RF cable. And lastly, we'll connect the CAN power cable. We'll rest the module back into this area right here. There is a open space down right here in this area. So we'll rest the CarPlay module down in there. Use the foam tapes to provide protection to the CarPlay module, and make sure that the air vents on the side are not covered up. But once you have the air vent, the foam tapes applied to the CarPlay module, go ahead and tuck the CarPlay module back into this cavity right underneath the radio. Before setting your CarPlay module inside, go ahead and make use of the foam tapes to provide some protection to the top and bottom of it. Make sure you do not cover up the air vents on the side of the CarPlay module. Once you've covered up this CarPlay module, go ahead and tuck it into this area behind the radio. Underneath it, there is a cavity where this module can rest inside. Like that. Now with the CarPlay module tucked inside, you can go ahead and remount the radio back into place. Once the radio is back into place, make sure you also had the clock connector harness connected, and you should be ready to proceed with testing. Before you do that, make sure you also can reconnect the start-stop button as well.